What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the shop. I can finally say that I'm done installing my front mount kit from ETS. And today, hopefully, I'm gonna be starting it up with my Basemap tune that I got from my tuner. So fingers crossed, everything goes well. Because it is on speed density, it might need a few little revisions just so I can safely drive it over to the dyno. But yeah, let's quickly take a look at the car and I'll show you what I've done. I also did update or change a few things that I had done in the past, so let's take a look. Alrighty, so there it is. Finally in, and it's looking pretty good in my opinion. So I guess just to recap, this is the ETS front mount kit with titanium piping, 3.5 inch core, and I opted to have the tile mount or the tile flange on this pipe here. And yeah, I've converted over to speed density because this is a non-recirculating blow-off valve, so that's kind of a must going to speed density if you're just going to be venting to atmosphere on that. Some other things here. So I guess I was talking about moving my AOS over to the middle there, but that didn't really pan out. As you can see, I ended up just sort of remaking these lines and tucking them underneath the pipe here. I did, like I said, wanted to have it sort of in the middle on that side, but unfortunately the IAG pitch mount isn't really compatible, or it doesn't work if you've got a master cylinder brace like I do. And I was totally unaware that the IAG pitch mount thing actually puts your AOS on this side of the pitch stop mount and not on that side. So you can see I've got the Killer Bee reservoir in here. There's tons of room for this pipe, and I did have to actually play around with how they mount it in here. It is actually quite fiddly to get everything to sort of fit in there without touching or rubbing everything. As you can see in there, the clearances are super tight. Is that a scratch? Oh no, it's cat hair. Yeah, clearances are super tight at the frame rails. It's actually, this coupler is actually touching the battery, which kind of bothers me a little bit. And this AC line hits that. So I am gonna get that remade so it doesn't do that, but yeah, what else did I do here? Kind of rambling. Yeah, as you can see, I made new lines for this. I swapped over the old, or the MPT fittings that came with the Killer Bee reservoir and put some stainless ones in there just because I didn't really like the look of the brass fittings. It kind of didn't really go with the whole theme. So yeah, did that, and then I decided to redo a bunch of wiring. I'll show you a picture of what this looked like before, but essentially there was sort of a wire tray thing here, and all these wires kind of came up and over the top here, which I thought was really ugly. So I sort of cut and extended them and tucked them in behind and wrapped them with some sleeving there. I then changed or tidied up the wiring around my battery and stuff, so that's a lot cleaner. And kind of re-tucked all that in there. It's kind of ugly, but I mean, it's all secure, it's not really going anywhere and you won't see it. But yeah, I guess the other hurdle or issue that I ran into was what to do with my intake setup here. If you remember, my old intake was just a 45-degree silicone coupler. I kind of just went down like that, but that didn't really work because it put the filter right into this pipe here. So I actually am getting somebody to, or they've already made it. They've kind of just custom made an aluminum pipe to fit a filter on it. And that filter is this guy here, which is the same one that comes in the, or comes with the ETS intake pipe. So yeah, it's basically the same thing, but it'll be a fraction of the price. So that's always nice. So yeah, like I said, I got my Basemap for my tuner. So I am hoping to flash that and start the car and see how it runs and see if any adjustments need to be done on it. But before I do that, I want to just clean off this schmutz here on the titanium pipe before things get warmed up, because titanium likes to stain if you've got any sort of grease or whatever on there. So cleaning that off beforehand is always a good idea. And yeah, I'll just quickly smoke test this just for peace of mind. I didn't really undo much, but I'm just gonna sort of pressurize the whole system here and see if there's any leaks anywhere. Oh, I guess, yeah, one thing to point out here is that I've changed all the clamps to the Breeze AeroSeal clamps, which are the ones that I like to use just because they're more low profile than the T-bolt clamps. I'll show you here. So yeah, these are all the clamps that come with the kit, but I don't really like these because they're super bulky. These clamps are designed for this application. They're, yeah, if you're not familiar with these Breeze clamps, they're got a whole pile of them over here. As you can see, they've got like a focus, like a liner in there, so they clamp really tight and they don't damage your silicone. So those are really nice to have because they're, yeah, low profile, but they clamp really well. So I think that's pretty well it. So let's well, I'll clean off the pipe and then I'll quickly smoke test this thing. I'll update my access port, upload the tune, and then should be able to try to start the car. I almost forgot to mention I added one of these things from Varus, scoop block off. I guess they're beneficial if you've got a front mount intercooler, so picked one of those up. Got rid of this sort of tray thing here. I mainly got rid of it because it was interfering with the pipes, so I didn't want anything rubbing on those. So I got rid of that whole sort of rubber, I don't know, whatever you call it, the thing to direct the air into the top mount. So yeah, that was rubbing on the pipe, so I got rid of that. And then I didn't really like this big hole in here, so I'm just using this stuff to clean off the piping. No leaks, so I think we're good to go. So yeah, this is my first sort of experience with anything on speed density, so I don't really know if that's running too rough. It sounds kind of scary to me, but no, I was kind of told to log the startup and sort of until it warmed up, but if it was not happy, to kind of shut it off. Yeah, as you can see, the first attempt was kind of not that good, the second attempt wasn't good, the third try was better, and then it sort of worsened off. So yeah, I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be like that, so I'm just going to send off the logs that I got from those 3 attempts and see if there's any sort of adjustment to be made. I don't think I've got anything like a whack here, so it must just be, it must just need some sort of adjustment in the Basemap. So, well guys, as you could hear, the Basemap needs a little bit of tweaking. Looking at the AFR gauge, it was really rich, but I'm not sure how accurate that was because I really didn't feel comfortable letting it warm up fully. But yeah, it was idling pretty high, and then at a point it just sort of dropped to about 750 and sounded quite lumpy. So I'm not sure if it's a good idea to keep going and trying to start this over and over again, but for now I'm just gonna leave it and send off my logs to the tuner and see if they can tweak this a little bit more so that I can drive it to the dyno. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at now. Well guys, that's all I have for today. So once again, thanks for watching. All right, so it's the next day after sending some logs to my tuner. He basically said, don't be a pussy and give it some gas. So that's what I did, and yeah, it's idling really nicely right now. So, I mean, I think the access port is kind of showing some wonky numbers right there, but you can see air fuel is pretty spot on at idle. I guess we have to clear those codes. But yeah, everything seems like it's working really well. I'm not sure if those numbers will be changed once it's finally tuned, or if those really even mean anything right now, but yeah, nothing looks weird. I've just got the heat on full blast just to circulate the coolant around there. But yeah, sounded pretty good. Yeah, this is awesome. So I guess all my worry there yesterday was for nothing. Yeah, as you can hear, the Basemap is pretty spot on. So I don't think there will be much in the way of adjusting this for me to be able to drive this to the dyno, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, this is just at idle, so maybe it'll change when there's load on it, but yeah, for now, this is awesome.